What's up, Internet? Bradborn here. Haven't said that in a while. Sorry this is so late. I was looking over some bugs with the mobile version about loading different levels. So, I think updating some of the versions fixed that. But Android should be in... I went back in QA, so all the other bugs should be good. Good bugs, right? Weird way to say that, but now that Android's cleared, you can at least focus back on the retail branch of Steam and iOS. iOS seems to be the worst right now, with some of the levels crashing if you reload them twice. I didn't know that was actually still happening, even with the version that I was using, but it looked like there's like a file version mismatch or something, but it seems like the latest version of Air fixes that, so that's at least good news. It's Monday. Apparently you guys are more excited for this than I am. Oh, here you go. Maybe y'all want to see this. What am I doing down here? No, I don't just stick it up there. Keep that even. There's the pencil. I don't know why that was... I gotta make sure it's not using up too much like memory now, because it had to be way larger, but... Oh yeah, remember when there was a door there? Y'all remember that? Forget about that. No, that piece falls. I don't even know if you can see that. Anyway, so that pillar now has a pencil, so y'all can stop bugging me about that. Did I close the level I was working on? We're gonna have a pretty... I already finished my cup of coffee. I'm still tired. Had a big weekend, had a bunch of parties. Got to hang out with some family. It was good. It was nice and refreshing, a bit exhausting. Man, summer is getting here and hot. And this house is just hot. I don't want to turn the fan up too high because then you're gonna hear it and it's gonna dry my contacts out. But this is not going to be a very exciting stream because it is just one of those Mondays and it is too hot. It's not up. Yeah, Android should be like clear of bugs, not, you know, released. We're going to give Google some time to prepare everything. If it looks good, hopefully we'll get a nice launch, some good visibility. Because, you know, I'd like people to play the game. Is there going... Yeah, well, we'll get some art teases. We'll get some posters and concept stuff. Once I have something that doesn't, you know, right now I'm doing more of like storyboarding, just trying to figure things out, get a timeline of events and all that fun stuff. And I'm not going to show you guys any of that. So once we get to something that's a bit less specific to story beats, you know, like the volcano tease, the ground being melted, or the house, stuff like that. Those were good teases. It's a bit easier to tease like a big event where you don't really know what's going on. And because this is immediately following the last game, I think everybody's going to kind of know what's going on. Where were we on this level? Do we have anything left to do that's not just... tracing boring bits? I don't know. Let me think. I don't know, guys. I was just fixing bugs. I'm not even had to do any art. Adding some ragtime music. That's an interesting one. I guess something like really happy and upbeat would have to be happening. It's a pretty specific request. Maybe it would fit. I don't know. I'm gonna fix it. I mean, there's always little bits of the level that I see that I could fix right now that I really just don't feel like doing. The only other part that doesn't have specific color would be this super background back here. Ooh, hide that. There we go. Eat some brisket. That sounds like a good idea. What is my timeline doing? Oh, okay, that's not bad. Apparently I haven't loaded a layout in a while. Alright. So, chat, I'm going to leave it up to you guys to actually be interesting. Can't expect much from me on a Monday. And I'm out of coffee already. It's gone. It's really sad. I don't know what to do with myself. Let's see. So on the back here, we're using a bit of a gradient. I think for these. Is that another gradient? Go on here. Let's just grab this color and do a bit darker and maybe highlight some of these spiky things. I don't know. Cave bits have complicated names. I don't even know what my stylus is. What a wonderful stream. Thank you. Monday clap sucks. I still don't get the clap thing. So I probably shouldn't. Should I be admitting that? I don't get it. I don't understand why that. Yeah. It's like trying to wake somebody up. Yeah, that's probably it. But that might work. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, other than that, I really don't have much to report, guys. Just, waiting on things. My pressure sensitivity on here still does not seem to want to work. Let's see what it's doing. I'm actually kind of curious at the moment. Current pressure. So it clicks, and then it gives up on life. That's wonderful. Great. Monday, definitely Monday. There's no pressure. It is backwards. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to take this stupid thing apart again. At least it's not getting stuck. That's the worst one. Yeah, it doesn't work. Beautiful. It's not gonna show me the eraser. No, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Oh wait, the eraser has its own, doesn't it? See, the eraser works fine. I probably just make that into a tip, but it's so clacky. Hear that? Get it stuck right there and it'd probably work better. That actually is. Let's see, that's how the tip's supposed to be. That is some fine pressure sensitivity right there. And that is not. Oh well. So I wonder if the other one even works. If that's worth throwing and getting the thing working again. I want to do that. No, it's just broken. Yeah, see, it's stuck. Not even actually tapping. Apparently both of these, you can jam on this one for it. So they make it really soft or something? Huh. Well, that's weird. Now it works just fine, of course, because that's how things work. So there's a bug with that? Nah, because that's busted too. Maybe I'll just use this one if it's at behaving. See how long it behaves for. Oh my god, what an interesting thing. No, I don't think it's, well, I did. I don't know how old that message is. I did change the sensitivity, and it decided to not work. Yeah, it's still stuck. I don't know if it's the actual tip or the thing or the person. Something's going wrong between the pen and the software and everything. This one's so fat. I really hate these pens. Like, it's like using those old stupid preschool, like, guide things. I don't hold pens right, so those are always weird for me. I mean, I guess that's the point. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. I like this one better, even if it's busted. But let's get another layer on here. Oh god, it is hot in here. Might just end up turning the fan on anyway. It's not like I can really say anything interesting. So anybody like do anything interesting over the weekend? Play anything interesting? When was the Splatoon Splatfest? Probably the last interesting thing I've done. At least with gaming. Was that an event? Does that count as a real life event? Turn the fan up higher. Sorry guys. Alright. So I think that looks better. I don't really need to be very accurate with it, because it's all blurred back there anyway. Let's... Oh, I only have one of them now? Huh. Why do I only have one of those? That's kind of weird. Let's try that. Or that looks bad. I don't know if you're gonna see it with the KV stuff there. Yeah, it's fine. Went bowling last night. I actually have been saying I need to go bowling with the kids sometime. That's one of those things I haven't done since I was pretty young. I need to relearn how to bowl one strike. Bowling's one of those things you always think it's gonna be so easy. I was actually in like a bowling club thing in high school, just so I could actually go bowling more. It was cool. I was never good at it. The only time I'd ever like scored decently, actually we were on vacation somewhere and we just like went bowling for some reason. I don't know. Long story, I guess. But then we ended up having, it was like a group of people that went. We ended up having like 3 lanes to ourselves. And so you just kind of go bowl, 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 you know, going back and forth. And apparently doing that, I can score a fairly decent. It's the only way I can do well. I think it's the waiting between bowls, like for other people, just destroys any rhythm I have. Yeah, I went golfing recently. I haven't been bowling in a while. I'll have to take the kids bowling sometime. They'd like it. You throw a ball at a bunch of... You're the best part about bowling. Hi, Discord, over there. Best part about bowling is you don't have to pick anything up. You get to throw a ball at things, and you don't have to pick it up. SB for Android, yes. Yes, you have. Oh boy, another stream in which I can ask for Android. I think we have that on the Discord enough. You don't even need a stream for that. Let's see. Now, what about shading on the levels? I think we started, but we didn't do much with that. Just kind of where the level things are. I can't even see. There we are. Oh, how's our stats doing? 10 viewers. That's about average. Might make those a little less dark. Fiddling with colors, so interesting. You guys bored yet? Should call it the Monday stream. No pretenses. Just keep going over here. Go there. Go away. That looks pretty good, huh? For a like super sketchy background thing. And then it just all goes away right here. Now it's looking like level. Yay, we leveled the level. Alright, so that needs to go up a bit more. I think yeah, let's see what we're actually like really missing here. There's a point where like you look for easy things to do that'll still make it look better. That World 3 feel. I guess? I don't know. I don't know if I see that. Yeah, the annoying thing to me about emojis are half the time typing things out looks funnier to me. Like the angry face emoji is just so good. But that's not as funny. There we go. I want to type. No, it just looks funnier. Looks way better than a face. I guess maybe I type emojis ironically, so when there's a real one, it ruins it for me. Whole lots of layers. It's the same amount of layers as World 3 or 4 or whatever one it is. What did we just do, guys? I don't remember. Shadows. Those aren't really shadows, are there? Which ones are sketching? Make sure we don't lose. Apparently, that's also cabbage. Okay. Sketchies. Let's gonna figure out how this is gonna be. Is this gonna be? Yeah, we don't have anything there. Probably said that you even should go up a little bit more. Anything interesting happen with video games yet? I guess we're kind of all waiting for E3, aren't we? Probably nothing interesting until E3. Google emoji's bad. I think emoji's just kind of dumb. Okay, why is this? Are you not remembering where you're supposed to be? Level 3. Go down there. Things never work right. Wait, what? Are we getting some kind of correct? No, probably not. Which one's smaller? Yeah, okay. Usually I think I just turn on pressure sensitivity just to make it smaller. I'm waiting only for one event. What event is that? Cited for E3. Man, I think this is gonna be like the best E3 ever. Just saying. Alex Clark, are you been working on this for a little while? Maybe I should introduce it again. I just don't know how many people are even in here that haven't been in here before, but I'm working on some extra golf levels to add to Super. So if you're in the beta on Steam, you'll get these levels tonight, basically. And we'll be adding them to the other mobile ones. But right now we're using, the excuse of having all these new levels to play around with different art styles and kind of see. I'm still trying to figure out what World 5 is going to look like. So you hang around for these streams, and when you get to finally play World 5, it'll be like, hey, I remember that level. I told him not to do that because it looked stupid. But we're doing like a sketchy cave, so kind of our old faithful cave levels for Fancy Pants, but trying to make them look a little bit different. Look, if anybody just goes in, oh my god, this is really not remembering where that was, isn't it? Oh, fantastic. Wasn't doing this last time though, was it? Stop. Go away. No. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, you know what? Probably because I set it something different over here. Alright. I'm going to put it back to Flash player for now. I'm trying to get them in like basically the most the newest version that I can. Yeah, it's treating it differently, that's why. Because it seems to have less bugs if all the levels are the same version. Mobile ports as fast as possible. Sure, let me just do everything as fast as possible. It's kind of assuming that we didn't release mobile as fast as possible. It probably is not going to take nearly as long because the main thing with mobile is the touch controls, different bugs that came up there. Getting the gamepad to work and then switch between, like, it's all the same code base, so it's doing either keyboard, touchscreen, mouse, gamepad, or mobile gamepad. Not to mention iOS, Adobe or Air Compiler 28 introduced a bunch of new bugs. Or it was that stupid, I think it's something that iOS added. Like this weird touch delay for the bottom. Because there's not a lot of games that use controls all the way on the bottom anymore. It's all stupid one-button things. Make sure it works on Chromebooks. Yeah, that's... Look. Google FRE Steamworks Air. And if you can figure out an easy way for me to get that working on Air, or Air Linux, get it easily working on Linux, I will release a Linux version. It's just not completely simple getting the Steam adapter working on Linux. I think there's a way to do it, but I don't have Linux. I don't really know Linux. And you know, doing iOS, Android, Windows, and iOS, kind of all a huge pain. Yeah, can't Chromebooks just run Android apps? Can't Linux run Android? I thought there was like BlueStack, or what is that called? Something that lets Chrome things run Android apps. Surface? Yeah, let me just release it into the Windows Store there. You probably could. I think. Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't actually. There's not an ARM version though. You have to do a how many x86 or x64 Surfaces were there even? Isn't it like one, like the Surface Pro? It's basically just a laptop. Can't you just get Steam on that one? Like, you guys just realize how much work it is to support another platform. I mean, with Air, it's actually much easier, but that's only when it's built in. If I was using anything else, it'd be a huge pain. I mean, I guess Unity, but you can run Android apps on a Mac. Maybe? Does Chrome let you do that? I'm pretty sure it's a dumb Chrome thing. I'll have to look into that. Might be a little easier to test it. Kind of interesting to see how fast that would be. Really wish I get the ahead of time compiler working on computers, but that's only on iOS specifically. Really obnoxious. Alright, that looks like that's going a little too low. Yeah, let's pull this back up since there's this thing here. She'll talk to me about some video game stuff instead of just all the things that I'm not doing. It's a little annoying. Well, yeah, because, I mean, Bob Ross is basically ASMR. Just watch Bob Ross and go right to sleep. Does Chrome OS let you run Android apps? Pretty sure it does. Because if you can, then just, you know, wait till it hits the Play Store and you'll get it on Chrome. I don't understand the point of having Chrome OS if you can't run Android. It does? Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I have to look into different things. Just recommend using using the Android thing on Linux. I don't know. I don't know enough about Linux. Sorry, guys. I know the Switch runs Linux right now. Might be interesting to try that once. I'm waiting for somebody was using No Machine to stream games. No Machine's got it was what I was using before Jump Desktop to stream the PC or Mac or whatever. And No Machine works pretty well, especially at lower resolutions. But it's not like Parsec or on Moonlight on a local network. So once somebody gets one of those working on the Switch running Linux, then you just run all the PC games like perfectly on it locally. That would be pretty awesome. The games are over at this rate. That's in like 20 years from now. Who knows what I'll be doing by then. Fancy Pants Man is just such a video game character. Like in the same way that all the animations that I do are tuned for gameplay. I think of his character as made for a video game. Like his personality and everything are very specifically to being a playable character. Alright, we're looking, is that for the Linux thing? Let's see. See if this is something that I could recommend. Is that in Chrome iOS? On Chrome OS? Web Store, Play Store, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Just use that. Oh no, I'm on Linux. Oh, people are being emotional on... not... Oh my god. I'm on Imgur. People are being emotional on Imgur. That's weird. Don't do that. It's the internet. Alright, well there you go. If you're running Chrome OS, just run the... It'd be interesting to see how well that actually works. I don't think I've ever used a Chromebook. No, because like... I remember when netbooks were a thing. I know a bunch of people got netbooks and they're just absolute trash. Luckily, ARM and everything is actually, you know, fast enough to run things worth running nowadays. But yeah, but that's a pretty recent thing. It is one fits me. I mean, yeah, it all depends on what you want to do. For like browsing the internet or checking email or you know, doing anything, or even Discord or whatever, I'm usually on the iPad Pro. And then, you know, fixing bugs or working on the game, I'm sitting here. Unless I'm drawing from the Pro to, you know, through Jump Desktop or AstroPad or something. Do you use any, like, remote desktop stuff for a Chromebook? But, yeah, I guess I actually have... I don't even know you. I hate people I don't know. Why are you calling me? I finally turned silent off of the iPad in case Jenna needed to get in touch. But we'll see. It's probably just gonna be stupid bills and stuff. So that is how real life works. It's all you get. Yeah, but the iPad's so much better. It's like so much faster. I mean, you also build a computer that's way better than any of that for $300. There you are. So, you can yell at me if anything's wrong. So how boring are we being, honey? Come make it more interesting. I don't think you guys know how cheap $300 is. Like, I don't have many monthly bills that are under $300. It's nothing. I built my new computer for like $400, and I spent a lot more than I needed to on it, just making sure it was more future-proof. That's so cheap. There you go. Fairly's catching up with the conversation. I mean, I'm not really against like single-use devices. Probably why I am usually using consoles or the Switch or whatever instead of. You know, I got to catch up on PC gaming. Eventually, a lot of stuff I haven't really played at the point. No, look, I bought a $100 Android tablet. It is utter trash. It is just garbage. I would not recommend it to anyone actually, like, wanting to use the internet or YouTube or anything. But again, like, you get pretty good with 300. I think the biggest point that Android has on Apple is the OLEDs, because those look pretty amazing, especially if you do any pictures or anything like that. Man, how detailed did I do this down here? Am I making that like too undetailed up there? Oh no, that's because I copied it. That's why it looks good. I can do it up there though. But really just want, you know, want that parallax going on. I think that's good enough for that. What has an open bootloader? I mean, everything you can make have an open bootloader. I guess except for Apple stuff. But you don't usually buy Apple hardware to load other stuff on it. It's kind of the opposite. Yeah, it's funny. It seems like emulations usually... Nobody ever says I'm going to get an old computer just for old PC games. Like, well, it can run Half-Life, you know. I guess you kind of do that with like DOS if you have old DOS games, but it's always old. You usually try to get devices running old console games, not old computer games. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. My Chromebook can run SFPA. Yeah, I can't imagine that running really well. I've only used Wine a few times on the Mac. Luckily, most things, you know, you have some option on the Mac. There's not that much software that I like need to find, need to run a Windows version for. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's funny that nobody like builds a device just for old PC games. It's always, when you say emulating, it's never, I mean, okay, sometimes it's DOS, right? But it's never like, oh, I'll put together a $100 computer and it can run old, like, Windows 98 games. Just usually don't do that. I don't know why. I guess that's just, like, too limiting and not that different. You're going to really want to only play Half-Life 1 and not Half-Life 2. So who's played the original Half-Life? Never played Half-Life 1. I have a disc of it on Dreamcast. And I keep saying if I play through it, I want to play through it on Dreamcast because that's the most, like, hipster ironic thing I could possibly think of. And it sounds hilarious. So I'm going to play through all of Half-Life 1 on Dreamcast. But I don't know. It seems like Half-Life 2 is just way more popular than 1. What do you think? Play Call of Duty 2. Yeah, 2's great. I was playing that way before 4. 3's terrible. 3's awful. 4's really good. World of War is kind of terrible. Or the demo I played of it. I didn't play the whole thing, to be honest. It's like, hey, we're going to have 2 different teams making Call of Duty. They'll never notice. that one every other year is just awful. And the prime years are groundbreaking. They'll never notice. Came along with Steam, yeah. No, I remember a friend installing it onto my cousin's computer. And it was interesting because he's like, "Hey, I just got Half-Life 2. You want to play it?" And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Where's the disc?" "You don't need the disc. Just I'm gonna type in Steam and install it on your computer." So it really wasn't even thought of as like this limiting DRM thing. It was like, "Hey, look how cool! I can just install it anywhere." You know, gaming in the cloud, I guess. How did Half-Life 2 come with Steam? Steam was literally made for Half-Life 2. We have to go into our gaming history here. I have the orange box somewhere. I think it's the back office. No, well, Valve said you can only get Half-Life 2 on Steam. So the discs for Steam came, or the discs for Half-Life 2, or the orange box. I don't know, was there a physical release for Half-Life 2? I mean, I assume there was. But you put the disc in and all it did was install Steam. And then it would install from the CD. And then it would install, and then it would update. No, it wasn't free. You'd buy it and then it would install Steam. And then, like, the orange box came with codes for it. So you could either put the codes in and get everything through Steam, or you could put the disc in and then it would install from the disc. It would install Steam, and instead of downloading all the files, it would just take them off the CD, and then it would update from Steam. Oh man, it's been a while. Computer gaming's been shaken up a few times since then. It's pretty weird. Yeah, I don't think that's right. So you could, I mean, back then a lot of people still had dial-up, so you could use the CD instead of, you know, downloading. Or I mean, even if you had broadband, a lot of times DSL wasn't really that fast, and the older tiers. All right, let's see what's up with that. Hold on, guys. Alright guys, yay, Fairly's coming home. She'll stop our stream from being so boring. It'll be great. No pressure or anything on her. She'll love that. Alright. How much detail can you see in these ceiling things here? Yeah, okay. So I can do the little dots and stuff on it just to break up all the lines. She was going to the store, but then I was like, no, forget the store. Save the stream. It's really boring. We're being super boring. Yeah. Well, also Half-Life 2 is much smaller than most games nowadays. How are we getting 80 gigabyte games? That, like, offends me. Because my Windows partition isn't my main partition, so it's just an SSD, and I don't have a backup drive on, for Windows. Like on the Mac, I have, all my video files and stuff, any video I'm editing, and backup files on another drive. I don't have that on Windows, just have a 500 gig SSD. So, you make a game that's 80 gigabytes, and I will be personally offended. Like, that's stupid. Compress your textures. when I got World War II. How big is like Call of Duty is usually not very large because they don't use a lot of different levels. It's stupid. I think a lot of people are saying, last I checked, most of the size came from all of the audio being absolutely uncompressed because it took up CPU cycles to uncompress it. That's ridiculous. That just means everything's uncompressed and stupid. Like, all Nintendo games are like 6 gigabytes. And yeah, they don't have ridiculous textures or anything, but gosh, it's just insulting. What, Gears of War 1 was like 6, 8 gigabytes, 7, something like that. That's so stupid. Like, it's one of those things, you know, when people are saying how much, how much better PC graphics are gonna look. Just like most people don't have that good of PCs. Like, when you say PC person gamer, is the stream lagging? We still working? I don't know. Ooh, gross. But it's just that mentality of like, everyone clearly is just like me with a good computer. Like, you have to amend, games will always look better on PC if you have a fast PC. Like, it's not, and you know, you can't, I don't know if these developers are saying, well, I mean, my gaming PC has 3 terabytes of SSD space on it, so clearly it's fine for me to make a game 40 gigabytes. Why not? I really wish that you could just, yeah, well, no, that's true. Like, technically Nintendo, I don't know, Breath of the Wild's got some incredible lighting, though. It's hard for me to even say that their tech's that low. I think they do, they read. Hey, you guys killed my Ethernet. That's fun. It just like died and then came back 5 times. Oh, come on, my stream's not that boring. Okay, maybe it is. So boring we killed the Ethernet. The Ethernet went to sleep. Let's see, is it working again? Alright, please try again. Let me refresh the chat here. There we go. Yeah, okay. So on that, like, yeah, PS4 and Xbox uses Blu-ray, but they only have 500 or terabyte drives on them. And they have to install everything to the drive, which is really stupid. I don't know. I don't understand why you would install your game and then install all of the cutscenes and like audio and stuff to the drive too. Like, clearly there's stuff that you need to pull off the drive quickly. And then there's a bunch of slow jump for, like, you know, uncompressed audio for cutscenes and all that. Why? Why is that installed too? I've never watched Veronica Mars. Like the old one or the new one or what? Wasn't that Kickstarted or something? When that brought back? I don't really know anything about it. Is it any good? Is my line work getting too thick over here? That needs a background. How's Veronica Mars, guys? Let's take a vote. We dead again. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay, my Ethernet is literally disconnecting, reconnecting. I don't know if something's loose. Maybe the cable's just loose on my computer. Oh, this is dumb. I don't know if that's happened before. It's usually not why we disconnect on stream. So where were we? What's up with Veronica Mars? Is it any good? My dad. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? I remember seeing that. There was a soundtrack pops up on Spotify. I mean, not really. Like, it's just that Nintendo's assets are that good. It's like, alright, let's say, you know, you have a picture, right? And the picture looks amazing. You love looking at this picture. That's one polygon, you know? So if you make this like gorgeous skybox that just looks incredible, right? And you enjoy looking at it, and you know your character stands on the mountain and looks out in the distance, and it's just this really cool architecture. It could just be one picture, but it still looks really good. Like I said, I was playing God of War on the Vita, and you can tell that they actually, it's a PS2 game and a Vita game. Everything's pretty low polygon. The actual buildings, everything's very jagged and nothing's rounded. But it's a really good game because all of the art that they make looks really cool. Like the architecture itself is cool. I think we have an issue with separating like technical prowess and then just the quality of assets. And the biggest things I hate about it, I don't know. I put people who actually like hate Nintendo graphics and the like, you know, I'm too old for this baby stuff, or these jokes aren't funny. There's nearly enough blood and snark. Or maybe I'm just stereotyping people too. I think, I mean, what do you think of Nintendo? I think Breath of the Wild's graphics are like this huge step up for Nintendo. Like everything just looks cool in Breath of the Wild, and that's the biggest thing the worst thing I can say about Nintendo. They like to make things that just don't really look cool. They're more functional than anything. And Breath of the Wild, like if you look at Skyward Sword Link, it looks like some guy kind of cosplaying in these like dumpy clothes. Love the game, but I don't know. It's kind of a strange art style. Or Breath of the Wild just looks really cool. Or that's just me. I don't know. Not enough Nazis. That's true. Always need more Nazis. I don't know, those Octolings, bruh, look pretty Nazi-ish. Like, Nintendo, when Nintendo's doing Nintendo very well, they're just so unapologetic. That's why everybody likes, or you know, what people like, I'm gonna say everybody, but that's why Splatoon gets so much love. It's just so unapologetic about its style. It's like, look, it's a bunch of kids and they shop and then they shoot each other. And they're squids. And they love shoes. You know, it's so goofy. But it goes hard on that theme. It is completely, you know, like events inside the game. Things are events. You know, your announcer, your narrator is a bunch of like pop idols. Like, it's so goofy. I love it. Japan is about honor. Have you been there? Have you studied the culture? And okay, dude, like most Nintendo games do. Have you looked at them up close? Like Splatoon 2 has amazing lighting. Like look at any of the textures, and they have this glow that makes them look really photorealistic. Mario Kart 8 like looks incredible. I don't know how you could possibly diss Mario Kart's graphics. It looks really good. I mean, if you look at all the characters up close, yeah, that you can see that they're made up of, you know, a decent amount of polygons. But like the lighting, any of the retro tracks in Mario Kart 8 have this like extra layer of lighting just to make them like look better. It looks amazing. How about, all right, let's see how Prime 4 looks. Pretty sure Namco's working on it, and the last Smash was really good. So if they're using the same team, I think we can have a pretty good amount of. All right, let's just talk about E3 because that's clearly the most exciting thing coming up in the near future, right? Prime 4, Smash 5. What else, honey? Still waiting for Kid Icarus Uprising 2. What are you looking forward to from E3? Come sit and talk. E3, Jenna. Talking to me like I said that wrong. Made me question myself now. Oh my god. Last year we just had E3, sure. Come sit, come talk. E3. So what we got? So we're not gonna hear anything about Splatoon because they have DLC coming out. Metroid Prime 4 is being revealed at E3. Like, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but that it has to be, right? New Smash Brothers. New Smash Brothers, yeah, they do whatever. They really do. New Smash Brothers confirmed, right? So Smash 5. As long as it's not just like a you know, super edition like Street Fighter does. Just stupid. Just had a new Star Fox. I'm still waiting for Star Fox to hit Switch, but with like more traditional controls, like a port of Zero.
I don't know. I feel like I'm always looking forward to whatever Nintendo's doing, and then whenever I feel like
I'm
going to look forward to what PlayStation and Xbox are doing, it always disappoints me.
We still haven't played Trico though. That might have been good. I keep hearing mixed things about it. They patched a few things.
All I ever really remember is what was it when the Xbox One was
I'm gone. Everything about Xbox.
And then the PlayStation 4. All I could think was that which one? That PlayStation 4 just looked like the Xbox One italicized.
Oh yeah, that was you were very proud of your joke there.
It's not a joke. It's an observation.
Because yeah,
it is an honest observation.
Stupid systems are literally the same thing. Have all the same components. Have the same GPUs. I mean, the X is more powerful now, at least. But they even look the same. The Xbox One was just this giant, stupid-looking thing, and then the PS4 was the same thing, but like this. Mm-hmm. I hate when the consoles are similar.
I also do remember when the Xbox One was released, how everyone, what was it, Matt posted, was it on my Facebook? Or maybe I did
yes,
it. Where
you posted on your face.
We looked up Xbox One, and all you got was the original Xbox.
Yeah, well, that was like the worst marketing move ever. I mean, I'm sure people don't confuse that now, but it's like, well, no, because now they're doing backwards compatibility, so now we have to say original Xbox, and that's not what people usually say. It's just tone deaf. I don't know if it's actually harmful, but it's definitely tone deaf. Like the Wii U gamepad, how they advertise that. That was really stupid.
Numbers, Nintendo has never.
Well, there's only one reason why they named it Xbox 360, because 2 is smaller than PS3, so they were not going to name it Xbox 2. They needed their large numbers. Are you making the stream more interesting? Can't tell.
360, but I don't understand, because wouldn't it be better to call it like the Xbox 180?
No, I think because that usually means like you
worse.
did a 180 and well, 360. They literally named it right at the height of that extreme sports thing. So it was like right, you know, Tony Hawk was still big and everybody was skateboarding and so everybody was doing 360. So it just sounded like corn nuts. It was like the Xbox Extreme Corn Nuts. Do your kickflips edition. It was awful. So bad.
Also, wasn't like most of the big thing was like, are they ever going? Oh God, was it The Last Guardian? Or am I thinking of something?
Yeah, Last Guardian.
What was the one everyone was excited about, and then it took like everyone was like, it's gonna be announced, and then it never was announced, and then when it was announced, like
that came out for PS4.
Nobody like really cared.
No, people still like Draco. or Last Guardian, whatever.
But it wasn't like nearly as impressive, I think, at that point.
Well, it wasn't impressive for a PS4 game. It was mind-blowing for a PS3 game. It's kind of just okay for, I mean, the lighting looked pretty cool, but I haven't played it. I keep hearing, anybody played The Last Guardian? Because I keep hearing such mixed things about that game.
What do we think of the Nintendo cardboard thing that our kids would
Labo? Our kids would stomp around as a giant robot, and they would never return to real life.
It would probably be actually the most hilarious thing ever, so I'm looking forward to it just because I think it will be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's too expensive. The point of making something out of cardboard is to make it cheap, Nintendo. Did you forget that part? Like, half of the thing is cardboard. It doesn't need to be $80.
How much is it?
It's like 80, or I think it's more for the robot. I mean, so the Labo one.
So it's like buying the cardboard. That cardboard will get destroyed by our.
Yeah, I mean, but they give you extra, and it's a good idea. It's a great idea to use cardboard. I don't care what anybody says, because then you recycle it when it's destroyed. The cats pee on it, no big deal. You can order extra kits for really cheap.
Oh.
But I think what they're mostly charging you for is the cartridge, because there's actually a lot of games, and they have like a basic like program thing set up where you can make your own Labo. You can literally cut out cardboard. And like, if you go on YouTube, look for Labo Garage or whatever, and there's a lot of people making different instruments, and it looks pretty cool.
Last Guardian has horrible controls.
Really? Because what I kept hearing was that it wasn't responsive. Because it does it's Nintendo cardboard.
It's Nintendo.
It has that Nintendo polish. Until my cat pees on it, because he loves peeing on everything. Chuck pees on everything.
Thank you for announcing that to the world.
I mean, sorry. Come here, Chuck. Come here so we can shame you.
He's an outside cat.
Yeah, well, now he is.
He's a hunt. Oh, he must.
He loves being an outdoor cat. He's such a beast.
He's an outdoor cat. He gets mad when he comes inside.
Yeah, he's a little beastie.
He gets so mad when we bring him inside.
He's a little predator.
He's like, why am I even here?
He looks so confused. It's pretty hilarious. But look, Metroid Prime 4. Oh, whatever Retro's next game is. Like, whatever. Since Prime's being made, I will not kill Retro if they're making more Donkey Kong. They're allowed to make more.
I still say...
Yeah, I haven't...
Wait,
I gotta get the first two on Switch eventually.
I still remember watching that and just going, you know what? I'm just impressed they got her to walk correctly in heels.
Jenna approves because
I was like, that is exactly how a woman will walk in those kind of heels.
It's a bunch of dudes animating a woman, and they did it right. So Jenna was super impressed.
Fantastic, as opposed to Shadow of the Colossus, whose run cycle prevented me from actually playing the game because it.
To be fair, when they redid the entire time, they fixed it for the remaster. All these people online were like trying to argue that it was fine.
No.
But then when they remastered it, they fixed it. And that was the only animation that they fixed in the entire game.
It drove me nuts. So I couldn't watch it. It was like
vindicated. It was vindicated, man. Well, yeah, it's missing a frame, is what it is. It's missing a frame.
He's basically just sweeping you around with his foot.
No, he does this.
It just looks horrible.
He does this.
It looks so horrible.
I think it's supposed to be kind of anime, but it's missing a frame.
This is what happens
so
when you are married to someone who animates. Although Brad could actually play it and not go crazy.
Yeah, well, I played the PS2 version. It's the only PS2 game I bought after getting a PS3.
Didn't I was German bonkers because I was having issues with like one of the
No,
things.
You were playing the PS3 version once that came out for Plus. And apparently the PS3 version is based on the European version, which has a way worse stamina meter. So you were falling off like constantly.
It was really annoying, and Brad thought I was like, no, it's literally just
once you
not working.
Once you kind of learn how to do it, you don't need as much grip. But like when starting out, it was just really frustrating. Mm-hmm. It was not. I don't know why they did that
anymore. It's the easiest way to get somebody to like quit playing a game is to.
So and then now my PS3 is overheated because of course guys, say what you want. The only company that I have not had anything break from is Nintendo. Like, that's a fact. It's stupid. My Dreamcast's still going strong. Let's see how long the CD drive lasts, but we'll just have to do one of those SD card mods once that happens. Yoshi looks really good. We were playing Yoshi on the Wii U. Only played it a little bit. We're playing Kirby on GameCube right now because you can do 4-player on that, and they love the heck out of Kirby. I don't know why. But they decided that they love Kirby. But Yoshi looks really good. And I'll let EA, man, because the Anthem gameplay looks really good. And since everybody hates Destiny 2, it seems like we could use
none
another.
of our children have thrown Wiimotes, and we have never thrown Wiimotes.
I've had one kid that threw a Wiimote ever. It wasn't my kid. We went like skiing with some friends, and one of their kids goes to throw, and it just, bam, right into the ground, and it worked just fine because Nintendo is wonderful.
Brendan's the one that loves
Tag of the termites. Yeah, Seth actually wants to be. Seth wants to be Meta Knight now. So he's so cool. He's got to be Meta Knight, not Kirby.
Brendan's always like, I want to play Kirby. I want to listen to Kirby.
And there's an orange Kirby.
Thank you, because he came up to me today and was like, I want to hear Kirby sing.
Okay.
And then just started doing this and doing the song, and I was like, oh
they started making her play Kirby songs in the car, and so when I'm driving somewhere, and they go, we need to listen to Kirby. If we're gonna listen to Kirby, we're gonna listen to some good Kirby. So, guys, y'all had to have heard this by now. That's not even a. What are you? The gourmet race only done with Falcon Punches. Kirby's Falcon Punch. Like, you've had to see this video. It's amazing. And we just laughed hysterically the entire time while Jenna just sat.
I can attest to that. I was like, I could not figure out whether or not Brad was faking.
Oh no!
How hard he was laughing.
It was the Sprite one that I was really laughing at because it was so stupid. It was so good.
Oh, that was it, because Brendan also wanted to. He's like, and the guy that goes. I was like, you mean Captain Falcon? He's like, yes, Captain Falcon.
Falcon Punch.
He goes,
Falcon Punch.
Yeah, he started trying to imitate that. I was
so
like,
good.
Oh, I was like, I don't even know how to find that. So
I'm missing some ground. I guess we're drawing more normal ground here.
And then what was the other thing?
It's just Falcon Punch. What other thing?
I don't know. There was something else. That was it, because apparently our kids associate things with music before they do it, because Brennan asked to put on his Jurassic Park shirt today, and then he started going do-do-do-do.
That's because Seth is always singing the Jurassic Park theme.
Seth hasn't actually sung that in a while.
Good. It's funny.
Does.
It's so goofy.
But they have heard it in the car.
So goofy. Better building on the
They like John Williams.
Yes. Well, you should. Oh, butter building. I don't know if I recognize that one. It's like green. I mean, all the Kirby is actually really good, especially on the NES. To be fair, I was trying to get them to play the SNES Kirby. They just want to play the multiplayer, because then on the GameCube one, you can just. Oh wait, is it GameCube or is it Wii? Which one is it? I don't remember now. I think it's Wii. I think it was the Wii version we were playing. I don't remember.
No idea.
But they were you can like super suck, which sounds wonderful, thanks Nintendo. And then just eat each other and then spit each other out, and it's kind of hilarious. So you get three brothers doing that, laughing hysterically about like just messing with each other. It's pretty great.
Flashes back to like Battletoads or Chip and Dale when you could throw each other.
Game A, is it usually?
What does it do?
Gameplay A.
That's usually the downfall whenever Brad and I are playing video games. When one of us accidentally picks the other one up, and then it's just like game on.
Then our marriage is gone.
Usually it's Brad that accidentally does something to me, and then I just try and take him out.
And then she goes, I may be a girl, but
I will take you out.
She has something to prove, apparently. She has a male gamer. I
don't need you picking me up. I can do my own thing.
Never open the door for Jenna.
An independent
She'll
chipmunk.
suplex you. Chivalry is now dead.
I am not opposed to chivalry. However, I do
suplex
not
chivalry.
want random chipmunks picking me up.
Suplex chivalry.
Or toads kicking me.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I don't think the Super NES Battletoads is even that great. But I tried playing with other people, and we couldn't even get through the beginning of it because you're just punching each other the whole entire time.
Yeah.
The NES Battletoads is fantastic.
Couldn't you
Super
turn it
Nintendo
off,
ones.
though?
Yeah, I think you can.
But it's no fun when you turn
But then it's like, why are we even playing multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
But Chip and Dale, we need to do a live stream of Chip and Dale and get all the copyright strikes. Because what are you doing? Brennan was standing on it, so it's on your bed. Yeah, brilliant child. This is what you do to laptops, right, Daddy? We step on them and yell at our brothers. Don't leave anything on the sofa, it will get walked on. No matter how many times I tell them to stop walking on the sofa. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just getting on with things. Watch the chat.
Yeah, they're bad.
Bad chat.
Like you don't babysit enough children.
You hear that, guys? This is how he really thinks of you. Children.
I am old. Just call me old, and then we'll be even.
Oh yeah, I definitely was sitting there. What was it? The kids on the playground play this game called Zombie, because of course.
What is it, like Halo? Like.
And they go zombie. 1, 2, wait. Something come alive, zombie, and then they see they get chased or whatever.
The zombie's not dead yet, lol.
And so I said, whenever they say that, I always think of the Cranberries song "Zombie."
Oh well, that's yeah.
And then I looked
not as good as Linger,
I looked
but
at
pretty good song.
I looked at Yasmin and all that, and I go, oh my God, please tell me that
Do they do that? That'd be great.
That you actually know what that is.
They don't know what a zombie is.
And they were like, no, we don't know who the Cranberries are.
Oh, I'm sure they don't. Oh, you mean in the chat? I think about the kids playing with zombie game. Speaking of which, we buried our first pet today.
Oh.
We had a crawfish boil over the weekend, and we took home a crawfish because the kids were like playing with the crawfish. And I was like, all right, at this point, I was like, this can be sick if we cook this thing because they've already like befriended it. So we brought it home. Didn't make the night because they were running around shaking these things, and I didn't put an area in it. So I don't poor crawfish. So today we buried Snippy Steve because he was all snippy.
Rest in peace.
Crawfish are great. I love crawfish. I mean, eating them is delicious, but I used to have a bunch of turtles. Well, I had 3 turtles. And whenever we had a crawfish boil, we'd throw crawfish in there with them. And a few of them lived a while. It's pretty crazy. So now Seth's like, Daddy, when's the next crawfish boil?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes.
You should just go buy him a lobster. Aren't those things like...
How would I not eat that? That sounds delicious. I don't know. How much is a lobster? That'd be hilarious.
I have no idea.
Can we go get one? That'd be great. Do pet stores around here have, like, crawfish?
You can get one from Rouse's.
Wait, can you?
Yes, they have live lobster.
No, I know, but
I don't know.
That would be awesome. Can we get a pet lobster? That'd be so funny. I don't know. Maybe we should get them some fish or something sometime soon.
Yes, because, we have 3 cats and a dog, and that's...
Yeah, fish just sit in a tank and don't do anything, right? They sit in a tank and they fish. They blub blub. And you have to clean it out every now and then. So put them by a sink. Or you can get a good filter. And
I told my friends at Aftercare about that, and they're like, you're going to end up with a zoo.
I mean, I want some turtles. I haven't had turtles in a while, and I really like turtles.
Desperately wants turtles.
I love turtles. They're so great. They're so cute.
Boys love turtles, too.
The annoying part is any, aquarium stuff just really expensive. Like good filters, like $100 or $80 or so. You probably build one. No, you need to get a pump though. Pumps aren't really cheap in general. One of those things hasn't really been commoditized.
So turtles can't just live on rocks and fish bowls.
Well, you need they're dirty. You need a big old pump. I mean, people do. They put them in those little plastic things and then they die. You can't put.
I've never owned a turtle.
I think I had one of those.
We had fish at the office.
I had one of those, little plastic turtle things when I had a turtle because they're like $5. And it was only in there for like a week and then it was too big for it. And we got him a big old fish tank.
What was it? My parents had fish at the office. And then once I think they there was a hurricane and the power went out for 3 days and they couldn't get to the office. So they were terrified. So they go in and all of fish died except one. There was one fish that survived.
Super fish.
And so
because he ate all the other fish.
My oldest brother decided that since he was a survivor, he got his own small tank on the edge of the counter, and then all the other fish had it. Because what happened was after all that happened, I don't know, maybe he had some sort of Like
brain damage.
Something, because he would just attack all the other fish whenever they got put in the aquarium again.
It's like, guys, no, the end is coming! It's coming, there's not gonna be any oxygen!
So he just
guys, I'm gonna eat you! Yeah, he's like, there's not enough food! I'm telling you!
And so he got
the rapture's coming!
He got his own little small tank.
Dude, they have lobsters. God, lobsters are so delicious, though. They're so good.
I honestly don't understand the fascination with lobster.
I mean, they're tasty.
I've had it before, and I'm just like, it just kind of tastes like seafood.
Seafood is good, though.
Well, yes, I know, but
it's like, good seafood. You got good butter sauce. And,
okay, I've had from what you describe as good lobster.
Yeah, we have good stuff. And it's not like you didn't enjoy it. It was tasty.
That's true.
Yeah, it was tasty. And you crack them open and all that. And they're good. The one seafood I do not like peeling is crab, though. It's not worth it.
Out of the chat. We live on the coast. Seafood is king.
Dude, we live 10 minutes from, like, the heart of New Orleans. We're gonna have seafood.
I find it probably depends on where you're from, because not to knock any, like, people that live, like...
Well, I mean, anything that's gonna be, like, frozen.
But, like, I don't know.
What do you think of, like, catfish? Catfish
no, remember, I didn't like, when we went to California, I didn't like the seafood there. It just wasn't as good.
Just the water is gonna... make a huge difference, I think. We have this delicious, muddy, silty water. Yeah, they come pre-flavored. Is it? Is it fresh water? Oil. It's all they're so fresh. Yeah, it's the oil, probably. Oh yeah, I guess so. But the river. I don't know. Yeah, we don't really get them from the Gulf here. I guess. I mean, I'm sure we can import them, but. I don't know. Either way, crawfish are delicious.
I mean, it depends if you go far enough out. But I think, or maybe I'm just thinking of the bay.
Well, that's what I mean. The bay would be, but that's more like fresh
No, the Gulf has salt water. The Mississippi has fresh water.
That's what I just said. Yeah. That's where we're getting our seafood from. It's probably the Mississippi.
We're getting our seafood from the Mississippi River.
They're shipping it from the Gulf, you think?
The Gulf's not that far, is it?
I mean...
Or am I just thinking about where I'm from?
Well, yeah, where you're from is definitely closer.
Is that why our shrimp is better than yours?
I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, Gulf shrimp is, right? Or Mississippi River crawfish.
Yeah.
And oysters. We got, man, guys, we got some good oysters down here.
Like Louisiana, like Alabama doesn't really have crawfish. Somebody from Alabama is going to get on me for that. But they don't have crawfish, really. We have shrimp boils. We don't have crawfish boils.
Yeah.
Here we have crawfish boils.
Yeah, we don't really ever do shrimp. A shrimp boil is a wasted crawfish boil. Waste opportunity for a crawfish boil.
Shrimp is delicious.
I mean, yeah, I love shrimp too, but man, good crawfish. Good seasoned, spicy crawfish.
What's the other thing? You say California seafood is okay.
I've heard California has really good sushi because of the bay.
We had sushi and we didn't like it that much.
No, you have to go to like Fisherman's Wharf for good sushi.
Where do we go?
I don't know, not there. I think I've heard they have
sushi wasn't cheap where we went.
No, it was really expensive.
And it wasn't as good as the cheap sushi here.
No, we have so many like Japanese families around here making amazing sushi. It's so good. Love immigrants.
The faux.
All the pho around here is really good too. I don't know what it is. We get this really good like Vietnamese culture in New Orleans.
Do we really like American food? Do we live in America? Where do we go?
I mean, burgers, steaks. We have some good steak places around here.
Yeah, but when close, real close to kind of. I guess there's.
I mean, I know Five Guys is still really good. If you're getting fast burger, Five Guys is the best. I don't care what anybody says about. And I've had what's the California one? In-N-Out. I've had In-N-Out. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Well, didn't we have that because we were like, we need to go eat this?
Has your accent changed? This is literally my accent.
I think he's talking to Julian, like, who's in England now.
Oh, in how long you been there? And how's the food? Technically Canadian.
Well, I mean, that's bacon.
Canadian like
it's
bacon?
No, he goes about bacon now. I think he's asking about bacon.
To who? To the Canadian? Is that racist?
No, I think he's asking you.
Me? Bacon's the best. Obviously.
Five Guys is too expensive.
Maybe it's really expensive, but it's so good.
It's better than McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I go to McDonald's 5 times and have a gross burger with like stale bread, or I go to Five Guys once and have an amazing burger that's like this thick and full of pickles, which is always good. And the peanuts are cheaper in Five Guys, so I don't know.
They also give you a ton of fries.
I'll go to McDonald's if I want like a McFlurry or something gross like that. It's always broken. The McFlurry machine is always broken. Isn't there like a joke app or it's a real app where it's like you have to have an app and it'll tell you when the McFlurry machine works?
Everyone says that the McFlurry doesn't actually exist. Like they just tell you it's broken because they don't feel like making.
What was that sauce that I would? Was it the hot mustard sauce where they were like, we don't have that, but it was on the thing. And then sometimes they had it, and like one of them in Alabama didn't have it, and some of them here had it. It was, I don't know, it's bizarre. Forget that Szechuan sauce, whatever. That spicy mustard sauce at McDonald's is pretty good. Are we lagging? We're lagging.
Five Guys is amazing. Have we ever had Five Guys milkshakes?
Yeah, a few times. There's
we usually get it from Chick-fil-A though.
Chick-fil-A's probably got the best milkshakes. Yeah, America's very good at that race to the bottom, at least. You know,
I will say the McDonald's in Spain
calories and
is
carbs.
Much better than McDonald's.
Yeah, they had some good stuff. So they were actually trying.
Yeah, I still remember being like, I've got to go order, and then I was like, there's a kiosk.
I don't have to talk to humans.
Don't have to talk to anyone. I can just order this and then go away.
Yeah.
You don't have to communicate.
Yeah, well, I always feel like I'm being a bit mean to the service industry when I say we just need kiosks, but only in fast food though. Otherwise, like I wanna hear your opinion on food and stuff like that. But yeah.
What kind of meat are you eating? Because our meat does not take 2 weeks to spoil.
And it spoils really slowly.
Like
sometimes
I have to like.
It depends on when you buy meat from. Whole Foods got some really good meat. It's more lean. Anywhere else is gonna have cheaper meat, but you just kind of, if you like slow cook it, it helps a lot. That's what you'll do with the cheaper meat.
Yeah, but like I don't. Oh, what I do is depending on the cheap meat, I marinate it.
Yeah, we've been doing that ketogenic diet thing.
Well, I don't shop for my meat at Walmart.
So we've been trying to get, actually find cheaper meat.
We actually have places that have legitimate butchers in them around here.
There's a few, yeah. Have we ever done that? Like Wagner's?
I thought Zapardo's was the big one.
Zapardo's? It might be. I'm old school. I just remember the commercials.
But no, but like Rouse's has a butcher behind the thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's all fresh. Yeah, that's not.
I've seen them put the meat out.
Yeah, most places will have where you actually get the big slicer thing.
Yeah, it does not keep in the fridge for 2 weeks. If I get anything,
not anything fresh, won't. Sure. Gotta pass that smell test, huh?
I think I have to pass.
Food control. Yeah, it's a balance there, right? Because, man, free-range chicken is just so much better. Like, it's ridiculous how much better it is. But it's so much more expensive because nobody does it.
Well, I mean, this sounds about right. Because, like, usually if I buy it, my meat, I have to use it, like, within a week.
But, yeah, it's supposed to spoil quickly.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then there's something wrong with it.
Or, like, I keep it at a very, very, very low temperature.
That's called a freezer, honey.
Well, no, as in I don't freeze it, but I keep it like.
I don't know how that works. We have a freezer.
As in it's under like. Well, no, because that middle drawer I can.
Oh yeah, we do have a snack drawer that got filled with raw meat.
No, because you can adjust it. You can use it for snacks. You can use it for dairy, or you can use it for meat, and the meat keeps it below.
As long as our kids don't go like, "Oh, a snack."
No, they never do that.
Then they look like zombies. That'd be great.
Well, I will say that at least in Spain, the fruit was always what was in season.
Oh, we just walked down the street to that little fruit thing. It was really good.
But all of the meat tasted the same.
Yeah, that was weird. It all tastes like ham.
Everything tasted like ham.
I don't know how that worked. Well, if it was seasoned or
he said that
how it was cured.
Cured the same way. It was a specific way of curing things, but their turkey tasted like ham.
Yeah,
I ended up just eating the whole time we were in Spain. I ate tomato sandwiches.
Yeah, you're weird.
And peanut butter and jelly.
I think I just ate Nutella. I ate Nutella.
You ate Nutella. That's
it was so bad, but I did. And we're walking everywhere, and so it's probably fine.
The best Chinese food I've ever had was in Spain.
I don't know if I put them above P.F. Chang's. The best like cheap Chinese food.
Their beef and avocado was amazing.
It was good. It was not better than like most of P.F. Chang's.
No, it wasn't. Oh yes, it was.
It really wasn't.
It was so much better.
It was good, but it wasn't. It was good for cheap Chinese. It wasn't.
It wasn't as heavy either.
It was not better than like gourmet Chinese food like P.F. Chang's. I really like P.F. Chang's. I don't care. I don't even care. Hey, you should put on another cup of coffee for me.
Why would I do that for
you? I don't know, because I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to leave you alone with these guys. You wanna talk to them, honey?
I don't have to talk.
She's just going to sit and check her Facebook in front of everybody.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Makes for good. Are they even moving? It seemed like they were being pretty good. Well, there you go. Why are you looking at them, then?
Because I was double-checking them.
Nah, I think they're fine.
We never got a tray. I want apples. What did we mostly got? We got a lot of fruit and vegetables from there.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what was it specifically.
This is the thing. They had they just and like where I'm from, we actually had like a legitimate farmers market.
Yeah, you have like an open air thing.
We could go to the vegetable market. We have like three different vegetable markets.
There's stuff like that around here. I think you've just never looked for it.
No, if you want to go downtown.
Well, yeah, downtown.
But I don't want to go off
you don't
canal.
You don't want to go downtown.
Like, but I think actually there's a farmer's market that's coming up.
Isn't it on Airline? I swear there's a bunch on Airline.
It's whether or not you want to stop.
Well,
like,
yes, you would have to stop.
Like,
yes.
No, for like people that you don't necessarily know that are just selling oranges on the side of the road.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna do? You want oranges? Go find an orange farmer.
I guess. Well, apparently they're doing some sort of like market thing. There's a new like market thing that they're setting up. It's like this month at some time.
That'd be cool. You should check it out.
I mean, Mobile used to do that where they'd have a farmer's market like once every Sunday, like one Sunday every month.
Yeah, but Mobile's very like, you get off of church, you go get your fresh fruit type of community.
Well, yeah, it wasn't Cathedral Square. So.
Yeah, it is very centered around that Sunday. You know. Sundays are happening over there.
I guess I'll make you some coffee.
Oh, look at that. She does love me.
Probably should actually.
She just don't want to talk to you guys alone.
Probably should get the kids up.
Oh, well, what time is it?
6:30.
Oh, yeah, probably. They went to get in bed late because you left, and then we buried the crawfish. And
did y'all say a few words?
I say he was a good crawfish. Hopefully, his passing will have taught us how to actually raise a crawfish correctly the next time.
So he was a martyr?
Yes, we will learn through his sacrifice. Poor Snippy Steve. You see, the next one's gonna be Snippy Sam or something, or Snipless. How to Train Your Dragon. I was making Jen all upset last night. I was like, Jen, I think we could have saved him if we just put an aerator in there. And she's like, don't tell me that.
I think bad for a crustacean.
I think the poor thing had brain damage. One of their cousins, well, second cousin, wherever it is, my cousin's kid was like running around with him, and Seth wanted her to stop running with him. So clearly, the way to get someone to stop running with a thing is to chase them. So I just say, ah! And then Seth, stop! And I'm like, that poor crawfish. Oh my god. I mean, we're eating all the other ones, but I still feel really bad for that one. Poor crawfish. I like how this level's coming still, though. I think it's good. What do you think, honey? What do you think?
It's very green.
Yeah, that's my, like, debug colors that I kind of fell into.
It's very green. It's very neon color. It looks nice.
My neon. I gotta make these guys a pickle level, Jenna. They love the pickle level.
A pickle level?
I don't know. They call one of the levels the pickle level. I don't even remember which one it is. I think it's from World 2. Oh, yeah, I'll have to put it in the retro levels. I really don't even remember what that level's about. They really want it, and they love the pickle level. They're just really strange, I guess. Watching me draw on the thing and talking about crawfish. Pretty strange, you guys. Dead crawfish, martyred crawfish. trays of tomatoes and apples. Don't tell Jen she's gonna move to Spain. She said they said Spain's got trays of tomatoes.
I love tomatoes.
And then you post the image of the plane like flying in the sunset, you know? That meme. That good old meme. Going for be right back, going for tomatoes. Tomatoes are pretty great. I have to put some vinegar, lemon in them, some salt. Well, that's what they're saying. Spain has good tomatoes. But she'll just eat tomatoes, guys. She'll just eat tomatoes. We're going to check out this pickle level. Pickle level. Pickle level. Takes a bit to wade through all my old files here. Tomatoes are great. No, I love tomatoes. I put things in them. She'll just eat them. Which is pretty weird. Should look for a Russian food store. Pickled tomatoes. That sounds delicious. It had some, like, pickled peanuts. Some people hate pickles, and they're weird and wrong. But the pickled peanuts were really good. It's a good snack. Always looking for snacks when I'm working. It's pretty bad. Though streaming does help with that a lot. Pickled tomato sounds really good though. I used to just like slice tomatoes and put a bit of vinegar and salt, and a little bit of oil. It's a good snack. Avocados though. Man, avocados are the best. I will eat the heck out of some avocados. Alright. Let's see. Gotta refresh my brain on these this pickle level you guys keep bringing up. Look at us not being distracted. It's relevant, right? Dun. Where are that? There you go. What do you think, guys? Should this be one of the retro levels? You know, that's still supposed to be. That was supposed to be white, and I think it had one of those vector glitches. This is one of my favorite levels. Good old Bat Spider. Gotta love Bat Spider. And then the don't go there guy. He says don't do it. Get out of here. Get out. That's my snail. Right, why did I just do that twice? There we go. I need a haircut. Make that retro. Alright, we're not doing it now. Bonus cameo, trans levels. There we go. So, see, going around, he goes there. Goes up here, up here, up here, hits that. Goes up here, here, hits that. And then there you go. And if you go backwards, it does the same thing but backwards. Isn't that ridiculous? It's so dumb. I have to make a one-way platform that goes all... Oh, come on. Are we dead again? Why are we dead? I had my Ethernet, like, died recently. It went off and on and went off and on. Are we back? Yeah. Isn't that weird? Where's my coffee? Lady, I need my coffee. Aw, you're so sweet. She's the best, guys. When did the stream die? Wait, oh my god, it's dying again. What is going on? Is it doing that? Let's see if this works. Come on, cut that out. Fine now. I was showing you guys how this loop worked. Nobody cares about my loop. Is this one? Why is this so... Why do you... guys. I don't know. We streaming again? We back? Hey. Yeah. What are we at now? Anyone even watching? Not really. What is it doing? Come on back. Come on back. Alright, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Go up there. Alright, make sure it's still working. Did you break my chat? You broke my chat. Why is my chat broken? Did the chat die when I was going through the Seth is definitely playing some piano. So there's a pickle level. I guess. I don't know. Why is that so different? I guess, I don't know. I was trying things with the highlights and stuff. But it's such a simple level. Y'all just like sliding around in ink, I think. Dude, you know what's so good? Fried pickles. I was going through how this level worked. Did you guys see that, or did it die at that point? Let me know, because I think it's pretty funny. Hello. Oh no, time to wrap the stream up. Nah, I kid.
Yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Dead fried pickles. So, I mean, you wouldn't want to eat them live. The way the pickles scream would be very disturbing. So how hilarious would it be if crawfish and shrimp and stuff like screamed as you cooked them? You think anybody would eat them if they did? It would be so gross. Ooh, this is gonna get turn more. It'd be like a test of manliness to cook screaming crawfish that are like crying for help. Hilarious. I only say that because I'm a terrible person. Oh, deep fried pickles. Well, yeah. It's New Orleans. How else do you fry thing? I know of no other way. Lightly fried. Fried pickles so good. And a little bit of ranch. Ah. I'm gonna make these less because the way this is curving actually messes with it. It looks like it needs to kind of stop more here. I wish I was sticking a knife. Oh, lobster. Sticking a knife into a lobster who had never cooked lobster before. Was the lobster alive? Don't they usually just like stick a knife in their brains for a good quick kill? Or did you not know you're supposed to cook it first? Or the meat's only in the tail? Man. Lobster and crawfish are just such strange things. They're so tasty. You guys are so yummy. Kind of confused on how I want this to be. I think it needs to even be more. Just kind of bubbly level bits. That's not my coffee. I mean, I know you like jam a knife in a lobster's head and it'll die like quickly, you know, because you severed the brain or whatever, which is probably the more humane way of doing it. But I don't know, guys. You leave a lobster with another lobster, they're gonna kill each other. Like, any of these animals are just gonna kill each other anyway, so I don't really see the point in not eating them. It's like, go be free, lobster. Oh, you just got eaten by a seagull. Like, whatever. Something's gonna kill these animals. Might as well get their delicious meat. Man, that's nuts. Kind of cruel making somebody like kill an animal with their bare hands. They don't want to, though. I don't know. Probably could never really watch Fear Factor either. I don't think I ever did when it was popular. Y'all enjoying that sweet tunes in the background there? Some good old background music from Seth. Have Seth just play the next soundtrack.
What?
Yeah. Alright, now jamming in its head. Can't you just throw the lobster into a pot though? I feel like, you know, then it just dies instantly. It's not about stabbing it. I don't know, maybe I'm just more, you know, one step removed. So maybe it's not really any more humane. I just don't feel like I'm the one stabbing it. Jimac, I do not think you are a crustacean. Sounds a little off tune there. Those chefs kill crabs. Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, like I said, I feel like something's gonna kill these animals, but at the very least, we could kill it quickly. Did you put a coffee thing on? Or? It's Monday. Brain is hard. Thinking is difficult. It's in the sink. Just want to grab that one. Top right there. Really? There, save. Crack. The cracking the shell-like thing. You drop in boiled water after freezing it. I think the freezing it basically puts it to sleep. Because you can it's the weirdest thing. You can freeze crawfish and then unfreeze them. It's so weird looking. They all look dead and they just start coming back to life. So I didn't really think I had to worry about, you know, killing the crawfish overnight in a bucket of water because they're weird. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to boil it. It's gonna. I mean, it's pretty much why you boil anything or cook anything. I kind of like, I prefer the taste of cooked meat. I don't really like anything medium rare, or rare. I'm a bit strange like that, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I'm kind of worried. I've just been kind of talking and doing whatever. So, best way to kill them is blowtorch. That's true. Which tablet do you use? So I have a Cintiq. It's massive. I actually kind of recommend just getting an iPad with an Apple Pencil, though. Especially the new one that's really cheap. I don't know how the Cintiqs are nowadays, but I actually kind of prefer drawing on the iPad. So if I'm ever just sitting around somewhere, I'll use that. Of course, it's easier to capture with the Cintiq. But yeah, for the most part, Thought Beyond Death. Oh, the seasoning. Yeah, isn't that weird? I mean, because it's like our bodies use electricity, but it's still just like electrolytes or whatever. It's not actually. Well, I mean, the Cintiq's like $2,000, and the Cintiq that's actually a laptop is like $3,000, and the iPad is $300. You know, plus the $100 pen. I actually like how the Apple Pencil draws like a lot better. So, anyway, so let's figure this stuff out. Let's figure these platforms out, and I think I'll call it a stream because we've mostly just been drawing on, you know, just new stuff. Been pretty uneventful. But oh well, like I said, Monday stream. Yeah, it's I have the 12-inch iPad Pro, the like very first one. Yeah. What is children even doing? What are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. But it just, no, I don't know where it is. But it's like, it's just this clackety, I don't know. I mean, I think the new ones are better. It's just like this, it's not even this. I took the stupid rubber thing off. I think the new ones look more like this, but like, look at that. This thing's just fat. Ugh. But then again, I'm not like ergonomic versus like literally a pencil shape, so. And the battery on this lasts like a week. It's fine. This, you know, Wacom has a monopoly on the it uses a magnet to give this electricity. So if you have an iPad and a Mac, you can use AstroPad. If you have iPad and Windows, I actually use Jump Desktop a lot to just draw. They have like a stylus thing. iPad Pros, yeah, like $900. I don't, but the newer iPad Pros are has the 120 refresh, which actually I haven't even tried it. But right, you can use, if you have Windows, I'd say just use Jump Desktop. It's not as responsive, but it has a higher refresh, like it's not even a higher refresh rate. It's the frame pacing is more even, so it feels a little better, I think. So yeah, if you like iPads, just use an iPad. And you can use like a capacitive stylus. Like I used to have like this to try to draw on the first iPad I had. I had an iPad 1. Yeah, I was like messing around and just kind of swiped it and was like, what was that? Why did that look so weird? You know? But I've only seen it really, really briefly, so I can't really say much. Anyway, let's get these, and I'm gonna go eat some dinner. For our ground, mostly we've been doing the type of ground that kind of weaves in on it, on other ground, you know. And I think that's what we'd probably stick with here. I'm just wondering about how like thick these are gonna be, how much like back behind here. Because we've also, the main things I've been doing is trying to continue the flow of the rocks. Oh, we're not going to have it here. So I don't know if we'll just do something simpler and these platforms are just going to look more like how I used to draw them, or if we're going to have to figure out something different, or if they're just going to be more rough. What's that?
Is it worth going to New Orleans?
For what? I mean, Bourbon Street kind of needs to be seen to be believed. If you don't have anything like that absurd, it's pretty fun.
But I think, didn't we tell people in Spain that going, like, if you've been around French designs and stuff like that, it's not going to be too impressive because you've seen it, like...
Yeah, well, in Spain, yeah, it's a very, like, European design, Bourbon Street. And so when we were in Spain, it just looked like Bourbon Street plus San Francisco put together. It was really weird. But I think it's mostly, like, if you're old enough, you know, going and hitting the bars, and then you basically just an entire street, huge street. You can, you know, go grab a drink from one place, take it out with you, and go grab a drink someplace else. And some of the bars have live bands, stuff like that. But it's one of those things. It's probably best for like a bachelor or bachelorette party, really. It's just it's pretty crazy having an entire street with that atmosphere. I mean, yeah, other than that, like, we got a cool aquarium, got a good zoo. I don't know what kind of things people like visit cities for, but I'm like really lazy and boring, so I usually am just sitting at home not doing anything. But I mean, any of the more like, I mean, Mardi Gras is just nuts. I mean, it's one of the things, you just have to have a bunch of friends. You have to be old enough to, you know, drink something. And it's interesting seeing so much debauchery in public, let's say. I think it's worth seeing at least once. It's like if everybody gave up on being such like Puritans. You stop pretending, and the whole street's just like whatever. Bunch of crazy people. It's a lot of fun. And there's like street performers and all that are doing really cool stuff. So like I find it interesting, but I'm just not the kind of person who goes out often at all, so I just don't take advantage of it. I don't really care that much. But it's fun to visit with friends, especially if they're like crazier. 20, I know. 21's a little old for anything. It's like 18's a good age for being an adult and whatever, and then we just tack on this other age. I don't really know why. Maybe it, I mean, gives kids a few years to be driving before they can drink, maybe. Pretty logical, I guess, but yeah, 21 just seems so arbitrary to me. Not gonna lie. And I mean, if you're going like through psychology, like brain development, the actual age is like 25. So should be like 24. To vote or to drink. Look, nobody is ever going to be smart enough to do anything. So it's going to have to deal with stupid people doing things. He said in the U.S. that it's 21 to drink. And I said, yeah, I think that's... 8 is 18? 16? I don't know. 16, it's kind of young. Everyone's simple. A lot of beef jerky and coffee. Yeah. Yeah, if I can finally monetize, I'm basically going to set up the coffee and beef jerky fund on Super Chat. And then I'm going to be like, this cup of coffee comes from... That'd be great. Come to the UK, we drink way too much. When we were in Spain, if that counts... There was a lot of drinking. It was fantastic.
Well, that's because it's cheaper to drink the wine.
Yeah, the wine is really good. See, it just makes sense. Like, I can get on board with that. I'd have to hear some arguments against it, but it's usually just about your brain development, which doesn't end until like 26. So.
Well, the other big thing was when people were saying that also the voting age was 18. Like, you didn't live very long. It was 18.
Well, voting age is 18. You mean drinking age? You mean drinking age? You said voting age.
I was talking about voting age.
Voting age is 18. Oh, as in why is that so much shorter?
Oh, no, I said it should be 16 or 17 to vote. No, it shouldn't.
16 is a very transformative area. I'm really not on,
I do not think 16-year-old me should have been allowed to vote, and I was a responsible 16-year-old.
I didn't even know what voting was when I was 16. Yeah, I wasn't, but I mean, that's a hard one too, 'cause some people are updated on politics. It's one of those things like nothing that you vote on has any effect on you whatsoever until you're like entrenched in the work environment. Unless you're paying taxes, nothing that you could possibly vote on affects you in any way possible. You know, and people wouldn't be having this conversation if like suddenly all 16-year-olds were like pro-life. Like nobody would be saying that 16-year-olds should vote if there was just it's just really because they think they're going to vote the right way. I'm trying. That's the most political I really want to get on this channel, but there's only one reason why everybody thinks that 16, 17-year-olds should be able to vote. And that's because they believe that they would vote the right way, and that's it. It's not really about that they're smart enough to vote or anything like that. I
personally just think if your parents are still paying for your lifestyle, no.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna vote my allowance to be up more. You know, like, what do you vote? There's nothing that you could vote on affects you. Now, like, if 1 year they're like, let's lower the draft to 14. Okay, yeah, I'd probably be like, yeah, it's fine. Let's let the 16-year-olds vote. But other than that,
if you're old enough to be drafted, you should be allowed to vote.
Yeah, and you should be allowed to drink if you're old enough to be drafted. That's what I'm gonna say. It's stupid. Then again, I don't think anybody's gonna like tell a guy in a uniform he can't drink. You know, if he's 18 or 20. But you know, not around here they're going to. I'll tell you that.
I do wonder whether or not they card guys in uniform.
If they see military ID, they do not. They do not. It's usually, let me see military ID and make sure you're not cheating. And then have fun, sir. Thank you for your service. You know, what else are you going to say? I don't know, unless it's been like cracked down more lately or however the perception's changed, but that's my experience. That would just be too much work to set that up. Doing a beta on Android would delay Android release. I don't think you guys want that. Yeah, looks like it's pooping on itself as it does. I don't even know how detailed I want this to be. Yep, there it goes. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop buffering. Is it my gosh darn Ethernet? It's fine now. It's consistently being slow. No, it should pop back up. My internet's working. Are you saying something? Nah, it's dead again. What's that? I'm gonna blame YouTube because it looks like everything's working over here. Etel, who's Etel? Can I switch server? No, through Cox, that doesn't count. We streaming? Guys, why everything's broken? Look, my internet's actually working. Actually, it's going kind of slow. My download's not doing too fast. I wonder if we just... No, it should be a new month anyway, so even if there's a... I don't know. There's Bob Ross on the channel again. I didn't even bring up Bob Ross. My internet's actually going really slow. I might need to reset the router. Maybe it's my router acting up. Let me see. I'm going to test this one more time. I'm not going to be streaming much more anyway. New Orleans, Cox. Let's see. Yeah, it looks slow. I wonder if my Ethernet, something went wrong with my Ethernet cables. I don't know, I'll reset everything later, guys. It looks like it's got enough to at least upload. Let's see what this looks like. I like how this level's doing though. Looks cool. I'm gonna have to go get the shell. Great. See, that's so much different than everything else though. I don't even know how. Can you use, oh, there it is, poking out over there. Really, let me go grab the shell. Happy little clouds. I should. This is true. I don't know how I haven't done that yet. Get back. Oh my gosh. Angry little snail shell or angry little clouds. Yeah, the only thing, I am always terrible keeping a consistent line width on anything. I'm looking over here. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that was embarrassing. Get up there. There we go. Sorry, yeah, we gotta make some bigger lines over here. Be real quick. Oh man, it's been so hot here. I turned the fan up. Now it's drying my contacts out. Alright. Yeah, so this is just kind of how I used to draw platforms. We need to just make it more... I don't know what would make it, blend in better. Are we all mourning the loss of Bob Ross? Somebody forgot to check the internet lately and see. You gotta keep updated. Yeah, Bob Ross is pretty awesome. It's not a lie here. All right, let's figure this out, and we'll call it a day. What I really need to do is get the tokens to unlock these and start spreading those around the level. Get some new stuff for you guys to hunt down. Here's your homework, guys. Go on Discord. I want you to find some nooks and crannies of levels that look suspiciously like there should be a collectible there. Post a picture on Discord. I'm gonna go through and put some pirate tokens there, and we'll have unlocks for the different levels. Then we get next big update with all the unlockables and the golf levels and the journal entries. We have all those. How many were there? How many do we have for those? What? Journal entries. Those need to be unlockable too there. 14, man, there's gonna be a lot of new collectibles in the game. Maybe you guys have to run through the whole thing again looking for stuff. It's gonna be good. Hopefully add a bit more longevity to the game. I definitely need more collectibles for World 5, I think. Get people you know, reason to go back. Yeah, so you can get some more Jenna's right. I know y'all missed it with most of the stuff in here being my just quick writing and dialogue, but you'll get some good stuff. It'll be fun. Maybe we should like read one on stream later. That'd be super embarrassing. No? Yes? She's ignoring me, guys. No. We've all checked out. It's Monday. We has no brain. Yeah, well, I mean, in that case. Yeah, you wanna read your journal entries on stream next time? Yeah, we'll make him look for it. Well, yeah, it'd be spoilers. Back from dinner, what I miss? I made a platform. Lol. Probably made too much scribblies. Let's clear out a bit of the scribblies. Huh? I forgot some of the stuff I wrote on these. Oh, she thinks she's hilarious. Apparently.
No, it's just one of the things I was reading it. I was like, oh, I forgot I said that. And it's just funny.
Somebody write something after a long day of work and then black out. Don't need those memories. That's fine. It's already written down. It would just be redundant, right? I mean, as you should be. It's fine. We're not as interesting, honey. But that's just fact. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call us done on this platform. Because I don't know how I really want them to look. I feel like without all the shape to it, it's just gonna look like an older version. But you know, once we have the ground further here, we can see if they mix as well. So yeah, and I'm hungry. So how about that dinner, honey? Alright. Ouch. Ouch. Speaking of forgetting. Chat's getting feisty. Be nice, guys. What would Bob Ross want in the chat? Oh, the journal entries? Yeah, so the next update's going to be like... Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. Now, the journal entries and the pirate doubloons are going to be new collectibles. So for the retro levels and like half the golf levels, you'll have to find a doubloon to unlock them. It'll be an unlock. It's not like you pay every single time. So that's whatever. Pirate token doubloon thing. And then there'll be journal entries from different characters. So we'll talk a bit more about the story before going completely into the next one. Maybe clear up some things, flesh that out a bit, all that. You know, backstory and character that we're gonna dive headfirst on with World 5. Unlock old... Fancy Master really wants those old World 4 levels. I don't think they're different enough. I mean, like, maybe a few I can stick in extras, but I just don't think they're really different enough. Let's see, I'll show you, girl. World 4. Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. I should have stopped streaming a while ago. They're like, you know, you know, BioShock does with the journal entries, the audio log, something like that. But from the characters in 4. So, you know, what was going on? I don't know. You want to say anything about it, Jenna? I mean, it seemed like it was mostly like what characters were doing when the volcano went off and when after the rain, like, you know.
Yeah, it's like just a general commentary. Like the different NPCs have, but yeah, it's after the volcanoes.
Yeah, since there's not a lot of dialogue in World 4 in general, so it should flesh out some things.
A lot of it's just supposed to be like journal entries from like, or like philosophical thoughts from random characters.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I gotta go reset the modem.
I will say, wait.
I think. I mean, it's fine.
I will say that the Angry Rabbit and Penguin each have a journal entry.
Oh, well. I don't know if you should have said that, because they would have loved it. We'll bring, yeah, there you go. There you go. We'll have to hide those, like, really, really well. See what they've been up to since the last games. Can we get a sneak peek? You want to read half of, not the old characters.
I can. I mean, who is there a particular NPC that y'all would like to hear from that's not one of the like retro NPCs?
Who do y'all want to hear from?
Like anybody that you run across in the game?
I mean, there's Stickman, and then there's the Secretary, Rainbow Beard. Who has the most? Or who has you're not going to spoil, like, all their thoughts on everything?
I can't. Wait, who was the... What's his name?
Rainbow Beard? Any of the pirates?
Oh, this is it. I can give you. Okay, if y'all would like, I can do casual shirt guy.
What about casual shirt guy? I have no love for casual shirt guy. We'll spoil him. There you go. Like Hawaiian shirt or crazy hat. What are those?
I have the crazy hat. Crazy hat has one, and okay, there's shirt guy.
Shirt guy? Is it Hawaiian shirt guy?
Wait, hold on. That's the Hawaiian shirt guy.
Crazy shirt guy?
There's Hawaiian shirt guy. There's casual shirt guy. No one can see me when I'm doing this. Casual shirt guy.
She's over here.
And there's
back over this way. There we go.
And then the hat guy.
There she is.
So there's I can give y'all hat guy, casual shirt guy, or Hawaiian shirt guy. I need to. Have you not put casual shirt guy in yet?
Put him in. What do you mean?
The casual shirt.
I haven't added any of the characters.
Okay, yeah, he's still got to add him in. But he has a journal entry.
I guess adding a guy in, sure.
Well, I thought that's what you said you were doing.
I guess I have to now.
He has a journal entry, so...
Well, there you go. It's official.
So, Hawaiian shirt guy, casual shirt guy, or... hat guy. Fancy hat guy. Hawaiian shirt guy is the one that says you jelly. So I guess you jelly guy.
See a fancy shirt, dude.
Hawaiian shirt guy is the you jelly guy. Casual shirt guy was the one that you did.
Yeah, he's more of a Discord meme, I would say.
Turn that down. I think you said you were going to put him in, so I wrote one for him.
I mean, I will, I guess. I have to now. It is required. So there's going to be like one last big update for the game.
Yeah, why did
before World 5. Why they call it World 3 drop when FBA came out?
What are you talking about?
What?
That does not even... I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking? Well, the Flash game or the console game? Mostly because it was online and hitting all the things on both of the platforms at once. It's pretty much the network took all the... I talk about it all the time, though.
Hawaii... So you want the you jelly guy? The Hawaiian shirt guy?
A creature with attitude.
Is there anybody else that wants the...
Get me 5 stick men with attitude.
From either Hawaiian shirt guy or crazy hat. Is there anybody else that cares? Probably not. Everyone's like...
there you go.
Okay, well, Fancy Master says either one, but...
I keep hearing
Jeff says Hawaiian shirt guy.
So I guess just the...
Yep. Oh yeah, you jelly. So that guy, Hawaiian shirt guy. Okay. Y'all, I don't know. This one. Okay, that guy.
Can you read it? You want me to read it?
Oh, yeah, I can read it.
Read it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna read Hawaiian shirt guy. Hopefully, he does not disappoint.
Oh, he will.
Oh, dang it.
That's supposed to be casual shirt guy. He's fine.
No, cat. Maybe. I actually think casual. Sure, actually, I think casual shirt guy's funny.
If you just hold.
But
down,
okay.
Jump in the middle
Okay. All right. I'll read Hawaiian shirt guy. Can y'all hear me? I guess.
Closer.
Oh, don't get closer. Why would you get closer?
There you are.
Hi, I'm on the floor.
There she is.
Okay. Here's Hawaiian shirt guy. He says.
And then she hid. She's hiding.
Well, it's because I'm reading. Okay, I'll pull it up.
This is deep lore.
So excited! I don't know why you're excited. It's only like
I'm not.
It's only like 3 sentences. What it says? Okay, so this is his journal entry or whatever. It says, "Am I the only one wondering why there are only a few people in this camp wearing shirts? I mean, I can understand giving up on pants, but shirts? Maybe they've just realized no one can compete with my floral ensemble."
There you go. That is certainly Jenna dialogue.
And that would be you jelly Hawaiian shirt man.
Yeah, it's not on ultra low, so it might take a sec to catch up. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's good.
Thank you, honey.
There you go. You got a bunch of those coming up.
There you go. So that's one of 15. 5 of those are not from NPC characters though.
Who else is?
5 of those are from. Well, I know that.
The only person who's not an NPC in the game is Fancy Pants Man.
Well, no, not him. The other one, the NPC that, what was it? The one, I don't know how many of y'all were around when that story was posted in Discord. That I wrote that was based when Brad was trying to come up with. What was when you were coming up with concepts for the game? I wrote a story based around that.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah, a story based around that. And there are 5 journal entries that are basically based off of that story that are supposed to be from that particular character. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Oh, so there, yeah, that's the deal. No, they kept asking about the girl.
So yeah, the girl. So you never see her in the game, but there are going to be 5 journal entries from that particular character.
This was in your laptop.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
Because I thought I used it for something else. It's a 250. Well, because when I plugged it in to try to check it, it was really, really slow, so I thought it was your old Samsung with 320 solid state. But then I just realized it said solid state on here, and now I'm just really confused. Sorry guys, I'm like thoroughly confused. I'll have to plug it back in and run some more tests on it. I was looking for
Casual Shirt Guy is non-existent for now.
Yeah, he needs to be added. He's just a meme. He's but a meme in the wind.
I just realized you can see Maya in the in the stream.
Once I start, not really.
Well, you could.
Once I need to make the code for the unlockables, then maybe. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of it just being one big update, like to go out on a bang, and then everybody has to actually look for things like normal players do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna add that stuff to the beta. If I do, it might be like all at once, and then just to make sure there's any bugs.
I just realized that like you're gonna be the microphone's right there while I'm petting Maya, so you're like. Really
bam, bam, bam. Arrgh.
Okay, speak.
Arrgh.
Speak.
Dog, dog.
Speak.
Arrgh.
Maya, speak.
Beautiful.
There you go.
There you go, guys. That's what you get.
Because you need an animal cameo.
We don't have enough of those in our streams. Happy dog.
Alright, you're gonna knock the microphone over.
Bad happy dog.
Alright.
Alright, so we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Alright, guys. There we go.
Better angle. MySpace angle.
There we go. Wait, there we go. And with like random person in the background. Come on, duck face, Jenna.
I don't even know how to duck
out,
face.
Ready? Alright, we're done. Peace, guys. Everyone duck.
No, I don't know how do you duck
never
face?
In college? Go. Do it. Come on.
I need like instructions on this. Is there a YouTube video? Is there a YouTube
Guys,
tutorial?
I'm gonna Google how to duck face.
You used to try to get me to do it all the time because you thought it'd be funny. I could never figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, there goes our stream. It's dying quick.